Hey guys, John V here from PhoneArena. Right now you're watching our video review of the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 8.9. It's available right now. You could pick it up for $300 for the base 16GB model. They also have one in LTE form which starts at $500 and that's with AT&T. No contracts required for that. That's just the outright cost. And it complements their existing Amazon Kindle Fire family. We already saw the 7-inch model not too long ago. This guy boasting, of course, the 8.9-inch display, higher resolution too, and also slightly faster processor. But it looks like it's going to be the same exact platform experience on there. So it's competing in the same full-size tablet segment as some other notable devices out there, like the iPad 4, the Nexus 10, and even the Microsoft Surface RT. So we're going to find out whether or not this new Kindle Fire can really stand out. The best way to describe the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 8.9 is that it's just a larger version of the 7-inch model that we checked out not too long ago. Very modest with its overall styling, nothing extravagant, and the great thing about it, it doesn't come off as cheap as last year's Amazon Kindle Fire model. It has the same design principle as before. You have the soft touch matte casing, which does a good job of preventing smudges and debris, and it's broken up by the metallic strip towards the bottom, giving it its own characteristic appeal. It's very slim with its construction, very sturdy too, but it does pack some weight to it. As its name implies, it's featuring an HD display, and it's actually one of the more compelling aspects about the Kindle Fire HD 8.9. Specifically, it measures in at 8.9 inches with a resolution of 1900 by 1200 pixels, which equates to a pixel density of 254 pixels per inch. Now, it's not the highest thing we've seen out there, but tell the truth, when we look at it from a normal viewing distance away, it does exhibit a lot of sharpness with its details, so it really stands out for that. It is an IPS LCD panel at heart, so what you get with that is a little bit of color saturation with its look, which gives it its added vibrancy. On top of that, it has some really nice viewing angles. It doesn't suffer from the same bleeding edges as the panel we found on the HD 7-inch model. And finally, you have also great outdoor visibility with this guy, so it's very attractive. Just like the 7-inch Kindle Fire HD, this one features only a single camera. There is no rear camera in play. It's a 1-megapixel front-facing camera, which is accessible to only video chatting services like Skype. Along the right edge of the tablet, we have its 3.5mm headset jack, the volume control, and dedicated power button. Unfortunately, the physical buttons are flush to the surface, so they're very indistinct to the touch, but they do offer some springy responses when pressed. Meanwhile, along the bottom edge, we spot its microphone, the micro USB port for charging and data connectivity, and you also have a very useful micro HDMI port too, so you get video out functionality. As we noted already, there is no rear camera with this guy, which contributes to its lower price point, but the design of the rear is broken up by the metallic strip, and on both left and right sides, you have the speaker grills. With its closed design and all, there's no access to its internal battery, nor is there a way to actually supplement its internal storage capacity. Now, the Wi-Fi versions of the Kindle Fire HD 8.9 is available in 16 and 32GB capacities. Meanwhile, the 4G LTE versions start at 32GB, and they also have a 64GB model. Now, if you love everything about Amazon, you'll surely appreciate the customized experience that's running on here. Same exact one we found already on the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 7-inch model. And you get things like the Amazon MP3 store, the Amazon Prime Instant Video service. So it really encompasses the entire Amazon ecosystem, which is nice in that aspect. But at the same time, it's missing out some of the refinements that you find with the typical Android experience. It's based off of Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, but you'd hardly notice it just because the heavy skin here, and it's lacking the with Google association, so you're missing out on key applications like Google Maps, Gmail. It has its own Amazon App Store, but it's not quite as extensive. It doesn't offer the full things that you find with the Google Play App Store that's available with typical Android. So the Kindle Fire HD 8.9 is running a slightly faster processor than 7-inch model. Specifically, it's a dual-core 1.5 GHz ARM-based TI OMAP 4470 processor with 1GB of RAM. Generally speaking, it's responsive, but at times we notice some choppiness and some delayed responses too. When you open up applications, it doesn't feel like it's really instantaneous. At the same time, it doesn't have that tight control that we find with some of the quad-core devices out there in the market. But generally speaking, as we said, it is more than respectable. Typically, when you're a fuller size tablet, the typing experience is great in landscape, but we really can't say that here with the Kindle Fire HD 8.9, just because with the landscape option, it just looks like a standard smartphone keyboard that's stretched out. So you have tiny buttons. On top of that, it doesn't have the fastest response at times, so it's rather challenging to use the landscape option, just because you don't have that comfort of putting your hands, both hands resting on the tablet itself. The portrait option's a little bit better, but the best thing to do is actually utilize the split style keyboard option that's available. Hardly a shocker, the web browsing experience is very good here with the Kindle Fire HD 8.9. It relies on the Silk browser, which actually has some server-side processing to load up pages faster, which of course also complemented by the dual-band Wi-Fi antenna it's packing, so you get fast page loads. With the high-resolution display, it just adds a lot of sharpness and clarity to the web pages here. The only blemish that we could find is that sometimes when you're scrolling very quickly, it has a hard time rendering on the go. We notice just some delayed responses every now and then. It's not distracting, but it is noticeable. There's nothing really fancy with the music player on the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 8.9. It'll sync up with stuff you purchased through Amazon in the cloud, and also stuff locally too that you've copied over from your computer through a USB connection. As far as the presentation, it's very conventional, rather boring to tell you the truth. You're only greeted with the usual suspect of characters: the album cover, the track information, and the on-screen controls. As far as the audio quality with its stereo speakers, it doesn't have any distortion to it, and it's fairly strong, but it doesn't have any real substance to make it pop. If you're big into watching videos, the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 8.9 is an ideal tablet for you, just because it has that very brilliant looking display on there, and its playback is effortless, no slowdown or lag whatsoever. In addition to that, you have all the wealth of video services from Amazon you could utilize, you could purchase, and even rent content, TV shows, movies, and also if you have an Amazon Prime account, you could actually stream videos directly to the tablet. Even with its super high resolution display, the Kindle Fire HD 8.9 isn't a battery hog whatsoever. In fact, with its fully charged battery, we're able to get close to 2 days of normal usage, which is more than ample for anyone's needs. Without question, the biggest thing going for the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 8.9 is its affordable price point. Starts at only $300 for the base 16GB version. There's a lot of value in that, of course, combined with its very modest looking design. It does offer all the essentials you'll need, and if you're big into Amazon and its various services, this is definitely something that'll adhere to you. But if you're gonna dish out some more money, if you have a little bit more money, we definitely recommend choosing the Nexus 10, just because you're getting the full Android experience with that tablet and also beefier specs, and that $100 difference in price point is justifiable. But this, if you want to save some money, this is also a good solution for you. So if you'd like to learn more about the Amazon Kindle Fire HD 8.9, guys, you could check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V. Thanks for watching.